Next important polymer we are going to see is Bana-S rubber. Now here, this is Bana-S rubber is nothing but styrene butadiene rubber, or it is abbreviated as SBR. Now the raw materials used for the preparation of this Bana-S rubber are styrene. Formula of styrene is C6H5 CH double bond CH2, or C6H5 CH double bond CH2. This is the structure of styrene. And second is 1,3-butadiene. Now here the structure of 1,3-butadiene is like this: 4 carbon atoms. At one position there is double bond, then at 3 position there is double bond. Now satisfy the valency of carbon. Here CH2, hydrogen, hydrogen and CH2. This is 1,3-butadiene. Now this Bana-S is the copolymer of styrene and 1,3-butadiene. It is a addition polymer. That is, addition of styrene takes place with 1,3-butadiene to form Bana-S rubber. Now here 75% or 75 parts of butadiene undergo polymerization with the 25 parts of or 25% of styrene to form this rubber. Now how the polymerization process takes place? Look here, CH2 double bond CH, CH double bond CH2. This is 1,3-butadiene. And n numbers of this 1,3-butadiene, that is 75 parts of this butadiene, undergo polymerization with styrene C6H5 CH double bond CH2. Now here 25 parts. Now here polymerization between first two this 1,3-butadiene takes place, then this get added into the 1,3-butadiene, that this styrene get added into the 1,3-butadiene to form Bana-S or SBR rubber like this: CH2 CH double bond CH CH2. During addition, this bond shifts here and this bond gets shifted into next unit. Then again CH2 CH double bond CH CH2. Then this CH C6H5 CH2. Then next n times. This is styrene. This is Bana-S or SBR rubber. Now we are going to see uses and properties of Bana-S. Now first property, Bana-S is a superior to natural rubber. That is, as compared to natural rubber, this Bana-S is superior rubber with respect to mechanical strength and has abrasion resistant. Now therefore it is used in tire industries. Next polymer is neoprene rubber. Now the raw material used or monomer used for the preparation of neoprene rubber is chloroprene. Now the structure of chloroprene is CH2 double bond C Cl CH double bond CH2. Name of this compound is 2-chloro. IUPAC name is 2-chloro 1,3-butadiene. This is the monomer used for the preparation of neoprene rubber, that is chloroprene 2-chloro-1,3-butadiene. Now the polymerization process. Now when n numbers of these, now this neoprene rubber is a copolymer obtained by the addition of number of chloroprene units to form neoprene rubber. Now here n numbers of these neoprene rubber, n numbers of these chloroprene undergo polymerization. When it undergo polymerization, then here we'll get CH2. Now this bond shifts here and this bond get attached to next unit to form CH2, C, Cl, double bond, C, H, CH2, N times. This is neoprene rubber. Neoprene. In this way, formation of neoprene takes place. That is, this chloroprene, number of chloroprene units undergo addition polymerization process to give neoprene. Here, double bond shifts in between these two carbon atoms and this double bond gets shifted in between two molecules of chloroprene to form this neoprene rubber. Now, we are going to see vulcanization of neoprene. Like natural rubber, this neoprene rubber also undergo vulcanization. Now here, vulcanization of this neoprene rubber is carried out in presence of magnesium oxide like this. Now this is first unit of neoprene, CH2, CH, C, Cl, double bond CH, CH2. Then again this is second unit, CH2, C, Cl, double bond, CH, CH2. This is second unit. Now here number of units get attached to each other like this. Now this is first neoprene and here this first neoprene react with MgO. Now this is a linear polymer. This neoprene rubber is a linear polymer. Now this MgO react with this or it undergo vulcanization with number of such neoprene units like this, CH2, C, Cl, double bond CH, CH2, CH2, C, Cl, double bond CH, CH2. This is second neoprene unit. Now here, when these two neoprene units undergo vulcanization in presence of this magnesium oxide, then removal of this MgCl2 takes place. And this carbon get attached to this oxygen atom and then this carbon atom. And linking between these two units or neoprene units is formed like this. CH2, C, now here oxygen, double bond CH, CH2, CH2, C, here oxygen, double bond CH, CH2. Then here second unit, CH2, C, bond formation takes place, CH, CH2, CH2, C. Now here bond formation takes place, CH, CH2. In this way, this vulcanized neoprene rubber is obtained. Now in vulcanization process, cross-linking between linear polymers takes place. And here, in this way, number of such neoprene units undergo cross-linking by the action of this magnesium oxide to form a network polymer or cross-link polymer. This is vulcanized neoprene. Now we are going to see properties of neoprene rubber. It is resistant to petroleum, vegetable oils, light and as well as heat. Now uses. Now this neoprene rubber is used in making hose pipe used for the transformation of gasolines. Then it is used in the manufacture of insulators for cables, jackets and belts. Up till now, we have prepared various types of polymers, but these all polymers are non-biodegradable polymers, and these non-biodegradable polymers causes environmental pollution. To avoid this environmental pollution, now we are going to see the next point, biodegradable polymers. We know that non-biodegradable polymers does not easily undergo or they does not undergo decomposition in the nature naturally. And to avoid the pollution of environment, some biodegradable polymers are there. These biodegradable polymers can easily undergo decomposition in the environment naturally, and therefore these are used in various processes. Now these biodegradable polymers we are going to see are nothing but these polymers contains functional group similar to those in biopolymers such as proteins or carbohydrates, etc. Now, aliphatic polyesters are also an important class of biodegradable polymers. Now, here we are going to prepare these biodegradable polymers, in which first polymer is PHBV. Now, here raw materials or monomers used are beta hydroxy butyric acid and beta hydroxy valeric acid. Now we are going to see the structure. Now butyric acid, that is there are 4 carbon atoms, and here it is acid, therefore write COH. Now we know that the carbon atom which is bonded to carbonyl group is alpha carbon atom, and the carbon atom which is bonded to alpha carbon atom is beta, and next to is gamma, etc. Now this is beta hydroxybutyric acid, that is OH group is attached to beta carbon atom, and then satisfy the valency of each carbon atom, here CH3, here hydrogen, here CH2, COOH. This is the structure of beta hydroxybutyric acid. Now second is beta hydroxy valeric acid. Now here valeric means there are 5 carbon atoms, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. One carbon atom forms a functional group, that is carboxylic acid. Now this is alpha carbon atom and this is beta carbon atom. OH group is attached to beta carbon atom, beta hydroxy valeric acid, therefore it is beta carbon atom which is bonded to hydroxy group. Now satisfy the valency of these carbon atoms, CH3, CH2, CHOH, CH2, COOH. Now these are the 2 monomers or raw materials used for the preparation of PHBV. The long form of this PHBV is poly beta hydroxy butyrate copolymer of beta hydroxy valerate. Now we are going to see the polymerization process. This PHBV is a copolymer of 2 carboxylic acids or beta hydroxy carboxylic acids obtained by condensation polymerization process. Now the polymerization process we are going to see. Now here first we are going to write the structure of beta hydroxy butyric acid, CH. Now here CH3 group is attached, CH2, COOH. This is beta hydroxy butyric acid. Then OH, CH, CH2, CH3, CH2, COOH. This is beta hydroxyvaleric acid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here, these two carboxylic acids, these two beta hydroxy carboxylic acid undergo condensation. Now here, the hydroxy group of 1 beta hydroxy carboxylic acid react with the carboxylic group of second beta hydroxy carboxylic acid. Now this is first beta hydroxy carboxylic acid and this is second beta hydroxy carboxylic acid. Now reaction between these two group and this group is carried out. Here remol of H2O is carried out like this. Same here, H2O is removed to form OCH CH3. Now here n numbers of H2O are removed. CH2 CO. O CH CH2 CH3 CH2 CO O CO n times. This is nothing but PHBV or poly beta hydroxy butyrate copolymer of beta hydroxy valerate. Now this PHBV possesses ester linkage in between two molecules and formation of this PHBV takes place. Similarly, second biodegradable polymer is nylon 2 nylon 6. This nylon 2 nylon 6 polymer is polyamide polymer, that is there is amide linkage present in this polymer. Now the raw material used or monomers used are glycine. Now the structure of glycine is NH2 CH2 COOH, and we know the structure of omega aminocaproic acid, which is the monomer of nylon 6. The structure is NH2 CH2 5 times COOH. This is the second monomer, that is omega aminocaproic acid. When these two compounds undergo polymerization, or these two monomers when undergo polymerization, now it is also copolymerization process which undergo by condensation polymerization to give nylon 2 nylon 6 polymer. These are the two biodegradable polymers which can easily undergo biodegradation in the nature.
This is the table of some important commercially used polymers. You can study these polymers from your textbook. It is for your self-study. In this chart, the monomers used for the preparation of these polymers, then repeating units are given or structure of polymer is given and their importance is also listed. You can study this from your textbook. This is for your self-study. Here we have completed our topic Introduction to Polymer Chemistry. Thank you.